Yeah, it is. And it's really nice, so you don't have to sit there and wait behind them. You guys are gonna notice that my motions, like my movement's gonna be a lot more fluid because of this new controller. The joystick actually works properly.
That helps.
Yeah. It's not basically 8 direction with very little input sensory anywhere else. I actually really like this, this area. Everything about it, really. There's a lot of timed stuff, there's a lot of... there's a mini game that's really fun, that a lot of people hate, but I really like it. There's just a lot of stuff, and if you memorize it, you can get some stuff done quick.
I think that's the thing about Snowhead that people don't like is the memorization.
Well, I mean, if I memorize...
In order to be efficient, like, there, in the swamp, that's not so much the case, but in Fendrana, or not Fendrana, in Snowhead, just because there's so much, of the lens of truth and invisible stuff that goes on, like, unless you know the pattern, like,
maybe that's
it's
true.
easy to get screwed over.
Maybe that's true. I could see that. Alright, so we come in here, we talk to this guy, we find out his name is Darmani, and he's a great warrior of the Goron people, and he went to Snowhead to stop the blizzard and bring spring, because it's supposed to be spring. And he died trying to get through Snowhead. Oh, that's not right. Okay, takes me a second, because again, my C buttons are set up really weird. Like, really good for gameplay, really bad for playing the ocarina. That soothing melody is soothing my sorrows. I can feel at peace. All of his people cheering for him. You did such a good job, Darmani. You're our hero. You're our champion. You're the best. So essentially what happens is he lends us his power by putting his powers within this mask. Yeah. I leave my undying feelings with you. The deeds I have accomplished while living are carved into my grave. You should read it. It's basically just an explanation of how the Goron mask works, so I'm not going to bother reading the grave. For the Goron village, I asked you.
I remember when I accomplished so many things by pushing A and B.
Yeah, basically. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is pull this back. And that'll reveal a hot spring here, which is nice because it's very cold outside. And then we're gonna whip this out. Get some hot water. Alright, so hot water is timed, and it will eventually become cold water if you take too long, so I'm just gonna rush to the next location. Am I gonna live? Okay.
There you go.
The Goron cannot swim. He will just sink in water, and you'll immediately die. Just like if the Deku gets caught on fire, you immediately die. I actually made it here real quick. I even skipped a cutscene, which I didn't explain. Up at the top of the cliff there, the two Gorons by the entrance, if you get close enough to them, or if you just walk straight forward, which is why I turned there, it'll trigger a cutscene with them. And them talking to you like, "Good lord, Darmani, you're alive? What?" Alright, the reason I unfroze that hot spring is because it's significantly more convenient to get to for the rest of this playthrough than any other. But right now I'm going to bring this hot water over this way. whenever you roll fast enough and you get those spikes, that takes magic, so I'm going to try to actually avoid doing that for the most part by tapping in the direction so I don't lose too much speed. Alright, so come in here, take off the mask, get frozen, take some damage, dump it.
I poured water on the ground next to it.
Uh-huh.
That should
Gamora! Huh? Oh, you've done me a great favor now then. This Earth can finally go to work for me. Thanks. Yeah, bud, no problem. Oh, I forgot something.
Hey, thank you for restoring our livelihood to us. We're gonna charge you 100 rupees.
Alright, so this is a quick fix, honestly. It's still early in the first day. I'm not stressing it. Wait! No, cancel that. Hold on. Right over here is an owl statue. Activate that shit.
Yeah, good point.
That would have been bad. Okay. Because I was like, yeah, I'll just warp to Clocktown, grab 100 rupees, and warp back. Except not warping back.
Yeah, exactly. You would have had to trek the whole way back.
Yeah, that would have put me in a sour situation for rupees. Or a sour situation for this cycle. Like I said, this whole cycle is pretty tight on time. So I am going to be rushing from point A to point B a lot. Luckily, there's an easy 100 rupees to get that refreshes every cycle, and I can get it. Right over here. You guys know this chest. We're going to be visiting this chest quite a bit. Okay, that was weird. Normally you clip through that.
Eventually, when you wear the bunny hood enough, you just get so used to it as your default running speed that everything else feels so slow.
Oh yeah. Well, for the most part now, I'm going to be using the Goron mask. But for getting around, especially from like point A to point B in extended areas. But yeah, the bunny hood is nice in small places like the town. Alright, so now we're right back here with 100 rupees. So, very small time loss for in-game cycle, because cutscenes don't count towards the game time. Alright, so the way this works is you give them their sword overnight until the next morning, and while they're doing that, they're reforging it into a better sword. Now, the Razor Sword, which is the one I'm going to get tomorrow, looks awesome. Sadly, it's useless, because after 100 hits, it will break, and we don't want that. Alright, so, now we have a couple more things to do before we can finish the temple. As long as I beat the temple and something after it within the second day, everything's fine. And so that's what I'm aiming for. I am actually going to use the spikes here just because... Wow, I almost landed in the hole. That would have been awesome.
That was close.
Yeah, it would have been cool. What do I want here? I want this. Oh. And I should mention that it takes some time to start up here, not because that's just how the Goron rule works. It's actually, Oh, whoopsie. It's actually, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. It's because it's snowy.
Up here.
It's because it's snowy. So I'm slipping. Normally you just start going fast almost immediately. Oh wait, before you do this, I totally forgot to do something. Man, I should have done a practice run of this cycle before recording it. I really should have. I don't know if this hot water is gonna last, but it's not a big deal. Normally you talk to that guy up top and he'll open it for you, but if you're Goron, you can actually open it by doing this.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I mean, that's what he does to open it, but you can do it yourself.
Oh gosh, the baby.
The
baby.
The baby. Oh. Alright, that's all we had to do.
Really?
Yep.
Do you have to talk to the baby?
Yep.
Huh.
Yeah, I used to get really confused about that. Like, why I couldn't activate the next part of the quest. Like, I would talk to... Yep, there's the hot spring water cooling. I would talk to the Goron that I just busted out of that snowball back there, and he wouldn't do what he's supposed to, and I was really confused about it until I finally realized that you have to talk to that baby first.
That's so dumb.
Yep, well, I mean, it makes sense, because he's like, what? My son is crying, or grandson is crying, or whatever? Oh, no, here, I don't care if you're a ghost or a figment of my imagination or what. If you have any decency in you. Whoopsie. If you have any decency in you, go. Calm my child, I'll teach you this song. Alright, I am kind of nervous about time still.
You can do it.
Yeah. I have a way of severely shortening this next dungeon, so...
Really?
Yeah. Like, probably cutting off a third of it.
That's impressive. I'm looking forward to seeing what you do, because Snowhead Temple has always been one of my least favorite in this game.
Alright, so then you talk to him and he's like, huh? Oh, Darmani! But you're supposed to be dead, am I hallucinating? Maybe this is also the doing of Snowhead's magic power. I've been made a fool of, but that's impossible. And then this cutscene doesn't happen if you haven't talked to the baby. Just, what?